Good morning and welcome to worship. It is good to do this together with flaws and all. So thanks for being here and thanks for joining your voice with ours in worship. What a neat opening praise. Thank you to the praise team. Speaking of words of gratitude, thank you to Louis for our Lenten recital today. Beautiful, beautiful. And the visuals and the poetry along with your guitar skills, brilliant, brilliant way to start worship today. Thank you also to Shirley and Tim Humble for calling us to worship and sharing the light of Christ with us. And thank you also to this worship team, members of it who have an incredible sense of humor. Last week we had Einstein with us. He obviously liked worship enough to come back. And we have Mother Teresa joining us today. Stay tuned for next Sunday's special guest in worship. On a more serious note, we as followers of Jesus condemn all acts of racism and domestic terrorism. This past week, a white American man targeted, shot, and killed 8 people in Georgia, 6 of whom were Asian Americans. So we take time at the start of our worship to speak against this sin, the sin of racism, and the countless others like it, siblings in Christ. I call upon you to redouble your efforts with me this week to speak up and speak out against anti-Asian racism, which is just as present in our community too. So in this season of Lent, it behooves us to expand our ministries of justice in the world, and this is a perfect opportunity and reminder to do that. On a light, now that I've gone heavy, back up, and a lighter note, there's an announcement here from Monica, and it's actually in the newsletter. So again, reminder, if you're not subscribing to our newsletter, you need to do that. Actually, Connie put a brilliant devotional in this week, actually more like a journal entry, a reminder of where we were a year ago at this time. So thank you, Connie, for that. But Monica had put in a couple announcements asking us to send in pictures of palm branches. If you receive the Lenten bag, there are ones in there you can color. So kiddos or any family member really with their palm branches. Or if you don't have one to color, find one around the property, any kind of leafy green. And there's also an announcement in there about painting rocks or coloring rocks and using them to decorate the garden around the church. So please answer the call for both those things. They're great ways for us to stay connected and be involved and share the light of Christ with the world. I think that's it for me. Lynn.